Okay. So while I was perusing through Pinterest, I noticed that there are a crap ton of AI art references or photos that are bombarding Pinterest right now. And even though they're there, I still like to look at them at least for color inspiration, but not to use as a reference, because a lot of the AI art has same face syndrome, and a lot of it has a lot of flaws, and the shadows are wrong and or don't make sense, and the hair flows don't make sense. And I've been seeing a lot of YouTube videos lately about people that are being duped by people doing commissions and giving them AI art. So today I thought it'd be a really good idea to try to show you how to spot AI art, so that if it's given to you as a commission, or if it's somebody showing you their profile, you can like easily spot it. And these are general ways to spot AI art, not the end all be all of telltale signs, but they're just a general way to spot it. Now, as AI becomes better and gets better at making its art and fixing the errors that it consistently makes, it's going to be harder and harder to tell what's AI and what's not. And a lot of people have become smart and have cropped photos that have said errors so that you can't readily tell if it's AI or not. But today I just thought I'd jump in and make a quick video and show you the telltale signs of AI art. Most of the time when you look at AI art, it shows in places like hands, ears, and things that are pretty complicated for even us artists to draw. But just to show you, here's a spot here. This finger looks really wonky. And if this artist was a real artist, they wouldn't be making silly mistakes like that. Look, the finger is bleeding into the hairline, the eyebrow, and the face. That's a little weird. Let's see. This ear, even though it's being cut off, if this artist was drawing this they wouldn't be making silly mistakes like that. Let's see, what else can we see in here? I'm gonna give a lot of the hair flow a pass, because hair flow is very stylized in how people decide to have their hair wisps, and different strands of hair is very stylized, so I'm not gonna go into it. But a pro artist of this caliber would not make mistakes like this. Like, what is this? What is it? The hair is going into the buckle, then it disappears, and then it becomes something else. So I don't know what's going on there. This buckle is a little wonky. So like when you start to see stuff like that, if the artist is making their eyes and their teeth and tongue and all the rest of the other features well proportioned, but they're getting like small things like that wrong, it's sort of like a telltale sign. Trying to see if there's anything else so this one is pretty much done. I will see if I can open up another photo and show you another photo that has another AI art, and show you what other things you could look for. So let's open up another canvas and let's get it going. With this particular piece, it's hard to tell, except in things like earrings that don't make sense, like this here. Like, I'm not sure if that's supposed to go in the ear, if it's an ear clip. And then you have other telltale signs like AI has a hard time with symmetry. Like the jackets are symmetrical, so therefore this should match this side in some way, shape, or fashion, given perspective. But it looks like two totally different jacket styles. You have this part here, and then you have this part, which is like the collar, and then the zipper flap, and then here you just have the collar and then no zipper flap that's supposed to go here. So it kind of doesn't make sense. Also, if I get rid of the collar stuff, AI has a very hard time with words. So you'll have a lot of nonsensical things like, I think there's an M in there and some other stuff, but all in all, it doesn't really make that much sense. Yeah, I'm looking around to see if I see anything else. And I do not. There's some things that I would point out, but they're like really nitpicky, like the eyes are a bit different, but you can, in some cases could call that a stylistic choice or human error, so I'll let that slide. So let's look at another drawing. Let's get a new layer, and I'm gonna bring in another picture from Pinterest. Okay, let's look at this piece. Even with the eyes aren't symmetrical. You have this piece here. Actually, I'll get a different color. Let me get a different color so you can see it better. Let's get something more on the purple side. All right, so see how you have this piece here in the eye? It doesn't match this. That could also be a stylistic choice, but it's AI we're talking about. For sure, telltale sign. Her finger has magically morphed into her face, and it looks like it's just completely missing this section here. So like I said, it's really hard for AI to do fingers and hands and stuff, but it's hard for regular artists to do fingers and hands, but I don't think they would make that type of mistake. Like I said, the ear, look at this ear, how there's this on the inside. Have no idea why that's there, but it doesn't match what's over here. Like, why is there a graphic going on in here, and why is that shadow there when there's no light or anything in there to make it look that dark? It's just weird. I'm pretty sure there's a dozen other things that I can point out in this photo, but those are just the glaring, obvious, like, errors that you're just like, what in the heck is that? Let's see, I'm looking around for some more stuff. Like I said, if you look over a picture too much, you'll get super nitpicky, and I'm not trying to be super nitpicky. I'm just trying to like point out the glaringly obvious mistakes. So now that we've seen that, let's look at another photo. Let's get a new layer and look at something else. Even on a cropped photo like this, where they don't show the hands and the ears, there's a lot of weird things going on with the hair. For instance, it's not completely thought out on why those hair strands are doing that. This doesn't make sense. Why is this there? They could have just gone straight down and finished out that thought like that. I'm not sure what this lingering piece is connecting to the ear. It doesn't really make sense. If this is a shadow in here, why is this highlighted here, there? That's not really connected to anything. I'm feeling like this was an older AI piece that is pretty old. Like when AI was first coming out, I'm thinking that's what this is. The nose line art looks a little weird. I'm not sure why that's there. Not sure why they decided to show the ear, but it could have been completely hidden, with some other hair strand. They just could have cut that off completely, and I wouldn't have noticed that. The eyes look okay. I would mention the corner of this eye is a little weird. Stylistically, with the eyebrows, manga artists, some do tend to put the eyebrows on either the inside of the hair or the outside, but this particular AI just chose to do both. It decided to hide some of the eyebrow underneath the hair, and then it chose to put this one outside of the hair for no reason at all. I have no idea why it did that, but I'm gonna point it out. A lot of these folds in here don't make any sense. I don't know why these folds are here. broken pieces of art. You know, coloring outside the lines is nitpicky. I'll leave that alone. But a lot of these folds and design of this jacket don't really make sense. Like, it's not connected, or why it's there. I don't know why it's there. I have no idea why it's there, and I'm not going to try to wrap my head around why the AI engine decided to do that. I'm not even going to cover that. That's another video all on its own. But let's try to look at another piece. Now, one thing I will give AI is its bold use of color, because even though, like I said in another previous section of this video, is that I do often save these AI pieces not for reference, but for its use of color. Like, I never would have thought to do a line art and then only color some of it yellow, and then some of the elements like the jacket and some of the t-shirt design yellow. I just never would have thought to do that. But so I save those in the inspiration section of my Pinterest. So if you do follow me on Pinterest or want some links to my Pinterest boards, you'll see some of this art in there, but it's mostly for inspiration for color and not anything else. So here we go again with the words. I have no idea what that says. I don't know what language that's supposed to be in, but it's neither here nor there. Just noticing that. Not sure what's going on with this nose, but there's this little tiny piece going on here, and I don't really know what that is. I'm assuming it's part of the nose, but it doesn't look quite right. Not sure what this design is supposed to be, a skull, or I don't know what that is. More words that not sure what that's supposed to be. I don't know why AI decides to do words at all. Why can't it just do design elements? It's just weird. This buckle doesn't make much sense. It should have the buckle latch that should go right here, but it's missing. Don't know why. We're not gonna go into it, and I don't see too much else. Like I said, this is a good crop, but there's things that give it away, like the words and some of the design elements on the jacket. See, with this, I'm not sure if this is the zipper flap or if that's just part of the jacket design, but it's nowhere over here, which kind of makes me question, is it that AI lack of symmetry thing, or is it something else? I would question these folds, but like I said, I can't see the rest of the picture, so I'm not sure what it's there for. Not really sure about these shadows here either. As it's not following a fold, or the other shadows that's on this jacket, so I have no idea. All right, let's open up and do a couple more, and then we'll call it. So at least with doing this, you can see how to spot it quickly. It's crazy, all these all these AI photos are stealing my my highlight colors. Let's do orange just for the sake of it, so it doesn't clash with anything else. Okay, so like I said, the collar flaps and the zipper flaps never match. I don't know why. It even looks like it's supposed to be here, but it's, I don't know what's going on there. Everything else looks pretty decent. Although I'm a little bit questioning this highlight, why it's shining here. And I would think there should be a little more highlight here, especially if there's lingering highlight in the back. If it's that prominent up top, shining down from the top left. I would think there'd be more shine on the top, period. But that's where you would use an Asaro head or some type of 3D model with lighting to help you out with that, to make sure that it's correct. But just from looking at it, it doesn't feel or look right, so that's why I'm circling it. I have no idea where this is supposed to go or what it's attached to. I would say that would be part of her eye makeup, but her eye makeup is being cut off by this strand of hair here. So it either should attach this way or it just shouldn't be there. I don't know why that's there. That's quite odd. A lot of this coloring under the hair is a little bit weird. Not sure why it chose to do all of that, and a lot of it doesn't make much sense. Same on this side. There's supposed to be shadow in here because there's not much light hitting it, but they decided to use color, and not dark color, very light neon color, so it kind of doesn't make sense. This area here looks a bit off in terms of shadow and symmetry to this side. That's that symmetry again. I have no idea why this shadow is sticking out. Yeah, lots of weird stuff going on in some of these photos that are unexplainable. I honestly don't know why these collars didn't connect around the back of her neck and how it just falls like that. I don't think that's how clothes are physically made to work, but it is what it is. But those are just some things I noticed about AI art. So if you're out there, you're getting commissions from artists and you're looking over the line art and the work that they're giving you, just like, just give it a good look over. And, maybe if you feel confident about pointing out the glaring errors, let the person know, like, hey, this looks like AI art. Can I have a do-over or something like that? Or if you notice it in someone's work, I'm not necessarily going out there saying, call out that person and, put them on a stake for all of Twitter to see. I'm not saying go out there and bully people and put people on blast. If you notice, and there's people saying, oh, I can't wait to have her commissions, you might like privately let them know, like, hey, I think that person's doing AI art. You might not want a commission from that person. Or if you're seeing people saying, look what I made this art, and you're seeing AI, like blatant AI errors, you might question, like, maybe that's not their art. But this is just a general way to spot AI art. Like I said, as it gets progressively better, and it's gaining momentum day by day, it's gonna be a lot harder for untrained eyes to see those type of errors, especially like novices like me or beginners to even figure out what's what. So this, like I said, this was just a quick video to put this out there. I hope you learned something. I hope that from this video, that AI art is out there. There's some good that can come from it, like nice concepts of color and things like that. I wouldn't necessarily use AI for reference because a lot of the times, sometimes their perspective is wrong, sometimes their shadows are wrong. So I would stay away from using things that look like AI art as references. Also, if you like their style, I wouldn't necessarily say copy the AI art style because number one, it could be someone else's style that it was trained off of. And number two, I've noticed that AI art has a lot of same face syndrome, same eyes, same nose, same lips. So I would stay away from using AI as reference for style. Color, yes. Everybody uses everybody's color styles in their artwork. Color styles are up for grabs, but in terms of style for AI art, if you want all of your art to look similar, then I would say go for it. But if not, whoa, I just noticed these eyes. Look at that there. That eye looks completely different from that one. yeah, like I said, no using it for style and reference. Try to come up with, use a real photo of a real person for a reference photo, and then tweak it from there to make it how you want it to look. You know, use a picture of a real woman, make her ears elf-like if you want her to be an elf. If you don't like her hairstyle, use another reference with hairstyle that you like, and then, you know, just like copy and paste the things that you want your final art piece to look like. But try to stay away from AI art. And I might make another video on the ethics of it and, you know, how I feel about it personally. But I might do that in another video in the future. If you want to see something like that, drop a comment in the comments down below, and I will actually sit down and have an argument for myself between the pros and the cons, and then at the end weigh in my final thoughts on how I feel about AI. Just let me know in the comments down below. But don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.